Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. Give y'all some time to tune in. Hope everybody had a blessful Sunday. You know, hope everybody had a good day all in all. Hope everybody was safe, kept their third eye open. You know, hope everybody had a good, productive day, period. For those that are new to the channel, y'all already know. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And for the returning family, I already know peace and blessings and all. I ain't know if I was gonna go live tonight, but I just said forget it. Let me just see what's up with the people, you know. I don't know. Today was one of those good up and down days. Um, kind of bittersweet, but it is what it is, you know. I think I'm about to get into it. Um, I'm gonna weigh in on an option that I know I shouldn't weigh in on, but it goes along with what I was talking about one time before. Um, Sometimes you women have to let the fathers be fathers and do what's right by them. Kev, salute. You got to give these men the opportunity to really be a stern father figure to these kids. Can't keep Xing the people out. At the end of the day, it's not about y'all, it's about these kids, you know? And that is something that a lot of these people need to be eerie about, you know? When you just got one person raising a child, you know, depending on what the severity of it is, it could be good and it could be bad, you know? You got some women who get custody of the kids and they feed these kids poison in their mind. Um, can't feed them no poison, especially when it comes to their fathers, you know? I don't care if you raising males or females by yourself. Um, just some things you don't do. And I always felt lying to the kids about poisoning them, like poisoning their minds with certain shit. That's never cool, and that's something that you can't wash down when it's all said and done. You know, yeah, like I said last night, your children are supposed to be the embodiment of both parents. But if you got one parent raising them, depending on that parent, it could be good. And then you got certain situations where it's not always good. Um, I don't usually delve into certain situations, but I just always felt like this. It's no need to poison the kid's mind. Because when it's all said and done, at some point, these kids are going to find out the truth, you know? And once they find out the truth, it's going to be worse on you. I done seen some situations where once the kids done found out what they need to find out, they completely disowned the other parent because it's like, why lie to me? You know? Why feed me all of this that they don't love me and they don't want me and all this other shit when you know for a fact that's not the case? You just bitter because either you still want to be with that person or you bitter because that person has decided that regardless to what, we should just keep it as is and try to raise a child together, whether we together or not. You know, some people gotta learn that when certain things are over, if it's for the best, it's for the best. You know, don't poison these kids with lies and deceit. Because trust me, that bittersweet karma does come back around. You know, fellas, y'all gonna really have to start again fighting for your children. And this is a public service announcement for those who always crying about going through shit. Yo, these is for the ones that's always crying about not seeing their kids or not. No, if you know you able to see your kid, as far as you know you in this vicinity, get to getting. No matter what situation is going on with you, you're supposed to be a stern figure and a stern embodiment of what it is not to quit. We know sometimes it's not easy, but no father should ever never fight for their kid. And that's just a fact. When you're not fighting for your kid, you basically allowing your kid to be raised and influenced by other shit when you supposed to be the one teaching. You the one that's supposed to be getting them right and ready, you know? Some of y'all gonna have to stop just running around here sleeping unprotectedly and then bringing kids in the world. And again, if you know you don't want them, don't fucking bring them into the world. Use protection. That's it. It's not that fucking hard to do. I don't give a fuck how bad the person is or how much you. Man, listen. If you really not prepared for that, and you ain't trying to go all the way with that person, then the kid should never be involved in it in the first place. Some people got to stop switching up too. And I've seen that it be sometimes it's a two-way street. You know, you got some women who, the minute they get a little bit scorn, or at least they get some sort of scorn, it's like it's never the end of it. But how long are you going to keep bringing it up? How long are you going to keep holding the grudge too? You know, a lot of times it's pointless. It's pointless to hold a grudge when that just takes nothing but energy out of you. And the reason why I sound like that is because I just feel for all those kids who really could have had uh, at least a more better positive upbringing than they do. You know, some of y'all dudes are really gonna have to really jump on the ball when it comes to your kids. No matter what the fuck it is, no matter how hard you gotta fucking fight, fight. You should never not be in your child's life. And it should never be just one parent raising one child or two children. Or, no, it's supposed to be a family joint structure, period. You know? It's just it's crazy because I was thinking about a situation and it just got me thinking. I said this needs to be spoken about more too. Some, it's a two-way street. You know, if y'all know y'all can't get together for the better of each other, at least be, you know, well rounded for the kid. You know, when the kid gets of a certain age, you already know if it's still the way it is now with you and that one, and you just gotta tell them like, look, we just felt we was better off as friends, but we know we got you and we gonna raise you the best way we possibly can. You gotta break it down to these kids when they do get a certain age. I just don't like the whole aspect of some of y'all women really poisoning their minds. You got some people who are really decent dudes who are trying to do the best they can, and it seems like no matter what they're doing, they always getting the short end of the stick. It's like you keep using these kids as pawns, and then you keep poisoning their minds with stuff that you know ain't true. I don't know. I just said, at what point does it stop? I feel like this. If you mad at me for whatever reason, then be mad at me. But we not going to use this kid in the middle of this shit either. That's a no-no. We not doing that. Sorry, but we not doing that. That's just at least how I think on it. You know, a lot of times y'all just got to be able to come to the table and basically bear fruit to whatever it is you're trying to do. But poisoning the kid's mind on either end, it ain't a good look. Royal blessing, sis. Um, Realest salute, bro. I looked at it, man. Yeah, it's a little climb, man. My fault if I sound a little, I don't know, just situations I be thinking about like that always fucking just get the best of me sometimes because it's like, damn, like you really don't care that you lying to your child. You really don't care that this could possibly affect your children and scar them too to some degree. Even if it ain't that, even if it ain't that crazy, it still starts something, because at some point they're going to start resenting the father. I've seen some situations, not just on TV. I've seen some situations that really occurred in real life like that. You had men who was good, trying to fucking fight, trying to do the best things possible for the kids, and they not getting the credit for that shit. And the mothers is feeding them fucking poison. And vice versa. You might get the slight handful of dudes doing the same shit, but it's not as much as the women. And I'm sorry, it's just my statistic on it. It's just, you know, I can see if you are giving hell to somebody who you know for a fact don't care about nothing, you know, and don't give two shits. Then look, you got all rights to do the things you do. But what about the good niggas that really be trying to still be a part of their child's life? Just because I might not be with you, don't mean I still don't want to have my family, you know? And if we came together and made this holy union, then what the fuck, you know? Yeah, Kev, I mean, I don't know. I just never liked that shit. Because like I said, you are basically fucking up the structure of a child regardless. Because ain't no child gonna want to believe that they father don't love them or don't want to fight for them, etc., etc. No child is really going to be inclined to believe that unless you keep feeding that shit to them. I don't know. It's a stern line, and at the end of the day, some of y'all gonna really have to like put that moral compass on for a minute and think logical. And that's on both ends. Start thinking more logical. It's not that hard to do, man. And I always feel like this. Once you create a child with somebody, you're gonna always have a bond with that person regardless because you're both created you're both basically created a mini you. And you're gonna watch that mini me grow. And if you lucky to get more than one, then look, you've been blessed. So you definitely gonna have to deal with that person and per se until them kids are of a certain age. And even if you can't get along with each other, you should be able to at least get along enough to make sure these kids don't know anything until they are of a certain age. Period. My bad, y'all. My bad. Shit. But yeah, quick Vic salute, man. I don't know. It got to be a balance in life when it comes to parenting too. I noticed that it's going to take stern fathers and nurturing mothers to really keep that dynamic going and get back to where it was at before. See, a lot of things have been placed in motion, and I believe this is another reason why we have a lot of broken homes too. Because he's still these establishments that are up. That is like you basically are taking out the alpha male of the household, or you just taking out the strong, stern male figure of the household. And I don't know. What happened to the men that was really fighting? Besides the men who are locked up and incarcerated for probably crimes that was petty, you know, just stupid shit. I don't know. It I got my mind everywhere right now, y'all, because it's like I hate when they try to poison the kids' minds. I go that hard when it comes to the kids. Don't poison their fucking mind, man. You know. And Roy, you on some real shit. It's a lot of kids out there like that. Like I'm just looking at the statistics and the dynamics, and it's like, you know, yes, I know not every male is perfect, but you have males who are out there trying to fight for what's right. You know, and it's crazy how some people just get with the wrong people, and then it's like bullshit behind it. Like I always looked at it like this: some of you men got to stop just thinking with your dicks. I don't give a fuck how bad she is. For all you know, she could be the fucking town hoe. Excuse me for saying it like that. But some of y'all really just y'all go for the gusto. And again, it's all a lust factor. The lust shouldn't always play a fucking factor when it comes to you bringing kids in the world, period. It's a multitude of things. And even if you feel you're going to bring in kids with this person, you still have to make sure they are mentally capable of staying on the same page with you. It can't be the minute something goes bad or the minute something don't go the way they want it, it's a problem. Can't do that. You know, just a lot of shit y'all gotta take into consideration. My bad, cause I gotta keep my eyes on point. Only because there's a dude out here right now screaming his lungs out. Prime example of people with mental health conditions that should be somewhere placed and getting the right treatment. Let's see how long this fella decides to scream and holler throughout the evening. But yet I digress. You know, it the family dynamic in the household, it got to start getting back to its old ways. That's just the way I feel about it. We already had too many establishments that fucked that up in the first place. You know, we already know when it came to public assistance and food stamps, that was a way to keep the fathers out the house. We know part of it too has to deal with the feminist movement. Oh yeah, this is for educational purposes only. Because I'm not misinforming nothing about not just an opinion, but just stuff that I've seen overall. Fuck the statistics. You can't tell me that these certain establishments that put into play didn't fuck up the whole dynamic of a household, a family, a strong upbringing. Can't tell me you didn't fuck it up. I'm glad you heard that shit, nigga. So this is what I'm saying. This is shit I deal with on the regular when I'm at work. Fuck it. Ain't nothing new. But a nigga always on point anyway. But you can't tell me that it's certain establishments that didn't fuck up the fucking household, man. And see, I think it was different back in the day than it is now. I think it was different only because y'all really vetted who the hell y'all wanted to be with. And to some degree, some of these people who vetted out the right people are still together to this day. You know, you gotta be more aware of what the hell you doing when you just doing what you doing. It's just that simple, you know. For all the good fellas, y'all know y'all ain't trying to get yourselves wrapped up in these type of situations. Be careful of who you fucking laying the pipe to. And if you're going to be laying down the pipe, you supposed to make sure you keeping your Jimmy wrap. Point blank, period. I just feel like when it comes to the households of then and now, at least then, besides just having a stern figure, everybody was on the same page, even down to the children. Nowadays, shit, nobody on the same page. One parent probably, if you do come from a two-parent home, depending on whatever, you probably done told you probably done told your kid he can't do this. Meanwhile, the mother probably told him he can do it. You know, it's always something. Like nobody's on the same front no more. It's like you get into certain situations, you starting to see it's more like the women are taking charge and they really replacing the roles of the men. But then to some degree, it's still unnatural and it's still out of order in my opinion. You know, I don't know. It's a multitude of things. Shit is sad though because it's like, damn, we seeing nowadays, that dynamic and the way that is being shaped, it's not looking good, especially when it comes down to the youngins now. You got too many men being emotional, and you got too many women being how we supposed to be, the rough, tough niggas. It's sad. Some of y'all fellas too got to stop putting yourselves in positions. This is a public service announcement to. I'm trying not to call y'all barnacle heads, but this is for y'all that just always feel I'm gonna try to do something just to try to get a quick come up. Those quick come ups always fucking cost you some sort of freedom. And if you really value your freedom, whatever it is you fucking trying to do, you might as well grind it out and do what you gotta do. Especially if you know you got kids on the way. It's not a good look to be getting locked up and you missing your child's birth or you missing your child's first steps. Gotta really start thinking more logical, man. It's not it's not really that hard to do. It's not. Some of y'all just choose not to. And this is another reason why some of the cycles are keep some of the cycles are viciously returning left and right. I honestly wish I could take if I knew who and how to do it, I'd have did it. For every kid that I know for a fact is about to either go through this type of phase or is already halfway to a phase, it'd be nothing to fucking bring them to people that you know for a fact is gonna actually raise them the proper way and make sure that they good all in all. Because some of these parents act like they don't even want the kids in the first place. And if you don't want the kids, again, don't bring them into the world. Don't think that's going to solve the biggest problem in the world. The men have to start being men. The ladies are going to start having to let the men be men and lead as we supposed to. It's not about an egotistical thing. It's not about a sexist thing. No, it's just how it's supposed to be. It's the natural order. You know, it's fucking sad. I just look at certain situations and I'll be like, well, damn, you really sitting there lying. Well, I know a family member that went through that, doing everything he's supposed to. I'm looking at him do it too, doing everything possible for his kid. Mother feeding him lies, tell him his father don't want him, his father don't do shit for him. I'm the one doing this and yada yada yada, and even try to get to the point of embarrassing somebody, but it didn't work. All that backfired because at some point the truth does always come out, you know, and that's the truth. See, and that's one factor right there that's leading to it. You know, I was young and dumb, but I was always fucking smart when it came to that shit. I ain't trying to hear that. I don't think my mom's was trying to hear that at that time frame when she was here. I don't think she would have wanted to hear that neither. Like, yeah, I might have been young and dumb, but I was smart when it came to using that protection. Especially if I know it might not go as further as I thought it was going to go. Wasn't going to put myself in that position. So I can say I follow my gut instinct and it served me well. You know, and it's fucking crazy because, in my opinion, I feel like the kids are they more active than some of the adults. But see, like I said, when they young and when they young, you know what it is. It's nothing but hormones when you're young. Everybody knows that shit. It's just nothing but hormones. You know. And some people don't get it twisted. Some people do teach their kids certain shit. And then you got others that are going to teach them for the better. Like if you decide to do whatever, which you shouldn't, but if you decide to make sure it's with the right person. See, you still have people that believe in that factor. Like don't just be giving it up to everybody. Shoot. I know a nigga right now that tells his son damn near every day, I don't care if you just turned 18, my nigga, and I don't care if you getting pussy. You gonna make sure you wrapped up, nigga. You ain't gonna make me a grandfather yet. You gonna at least fucking finish off college, do whatever it is you gonna do. And then I'll be, then I don't care. You do what you gonna do after that. Yeah, yo, Roy, you reading my mind too much. Stop it, lady. It's scary. But I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna leave that for another live. I don't want to tip the scales on here tonight. I just actually felt like this is just fucking crazy. That you really hit it on the nail though, sis. I'm mad at you right now. Yo, the world is really wicked. Oh, it's not just that too. It's the men and the men shit too. But we gonna talk about that on another live. I feel like this, y'all. It's fucking crazy how the dynamics done basically imploded. Like I said, the youngins are more active, they more wild with it than we was back then. We was wild, but we knew our fucking limitations, man. It was rare you got too many teen pregnancies. These youngins, they ain't even damn near really experienced life or smell life. They just popping out these babies left and right. You know, like I said, I always believed in that. I had one person try to line me up, but you can't line somebody up that know the game already. You can't. You know, oh, what you doing with that? You don't need that. Yes, the fuck I do. I don't know who you was with, and I'd be damned if I catch anything or if I hear, damn, you what? Not going through that. You know, it's fucking crazy. I always felt like this. That was always the line, like, oh, I don't want to use it. I'd rather no. Listen, if you ain't planning on marrying that person and really being a family counterpart with that person, you should always wrap it up. Period. You know. Yeah, you got some of them women that are doing that. You purposely getting pregnant because either you trying to use the system, or if it's not for child support, it's for fucking public assistance and all that shit, or Social Security. That's why I said without those three in play, a lot of y'all women would have had to get up like how us men would have had to do, get up and go to work. But they done made all these damn establishments to where it's like you don't need a man in the house now. Just take their money. Just take their money every month and let them go through hell. This fucking the way this system is fucking wrapped up right now. I don't know. That shit gets spookier and spookier every day. You know. I advise all you youngins out there who are running around and doing you, make sure you fucking protected at all times unless you really plan on going further with that person. Other than that, you should be able to live your life free, but be protected at the same time. You know, for those who just tuning in, y'all already know hit that like button on the way in. All you newcomers, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And to all the mods in the chat right now, y'all already know at some point just drop them links and show everybody love. That's how we rock over here. I don't know how everybody else rock, but I rock. Shit. Oh, it's weird because like I said, like even right now as I'm speaking, I could be leaving from work later. 9 out of 10, I'm gonna see a young face, and that young face is gonna have another young face in a stroller. And you be like, well, damn, you don't even look like you old enough to buy a shot of liquor, but you got a kid already. And I always believed when you have kids that young, you're not really living life. You're not really experiencing life at all. You know, it might sound good on paper, being young and having a kid, but it's not really that fucking cool once you see that facade is blown and you see that it's really a struggle. You know, you know, And that's the crazy part about everything. You know, there's too many of y'all youngins out here wilding for respect. And on the real tip, y'all gonna have to start upping the ante. I'm talking about the parents too. Y'all gonna have to start upping the ante. If you know your kids is out here running around doing them, you need to make sure they definitely stay protected if that's what they're gonna do. But at all costs, like I said, you should always be protected, regardless of with one person or you with a multitude of people. Always keep it wrapped. That's it. You know, and that's the sad part about it all. You know, it's not enough. It's not enough that sometimes you gotta worry about the dangers in the world, but then you also gotta worry about possibly bringing kids into the world when you still a kid yourself. Nah, but that's the crazy part about it all, though. Not gonna lie to you. Some of them don't even be old enough to cop a bed. You know, cigarettes, none of that shit. Y'all got kids. Some of y'all ain't even finished with school yet. And some of y'all gonna have to take a little longer to finish what you started because if you got a kid, it's not gonna be easy. And if you in a situation where you really don't got nobody to fucking help you, you basically asked out right there. Mm. The dynamics definitely need to switch though. Some of y'all parents are just gonna have to literally start going in. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to keep pounding in their heads that certain things they do gonna have consequences. You know, and the reason I said that too about some of y'all parents, because if you don't want to be a grandparent before time, make sure you got your kids on the leash good. Like, come on. I'm Royal, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though it seemed like it's slim out here, you be surprised and be shocked, you know, where you find it at. But it's just you always gotta have that third eye open. Like I said, it's not just about the physical, it's about what can you give me spiritually. Like I told somebody, I don't care how bad you are, I don't care about none of that. If you can't feed me spiritually and mentally, and is we don't have much to talk about. We don't have much to say. You know, it's just that simple. I learned years ago that if you really ain't going that far with a person, then there's no need for you to do certain things and go along those lines and tread those lines. Especially if you ain't prepared for anything that you think might happen. Gotta carefully plan out certain things you do in life. Even when it comes down to mating, you gotta be careful and calculated. You know, fucking just it's a lot to think about. Trust and believe is a lot to think about. And at the end of the day, this world would be a little bit better if we just all get in tune, period. Parents got to be in tune with their kids on all levels. And when they're young, let them be young and free and don't force them to do anything that you wouldn't been forced to do your damn self. Like I said, it's a balance when it comes to everything. And if you fucking up on that balance, best believe it's not going to end up right on your side. If you ain't teaching these kids that they gotta be ready on all levels, then you really not teaching them shit. I don't know. I just don't like the fact that it's a lot of things that we really haven't touched or we really haven't reached for, and we could be reaching for. But it starts from the family and it starts from the home. You know, I always feel like this: when you are going to bring kids in the world with somebody, you want to make sure that person is going to be right with you, regardless to what. And again, love is not a dictatorship. A relationship is not a dictatorship. I got to be able to come together and work together. Side by side, y'all supposed to work together as the united front. It does take a village to raise children. Yes, it does. And we lost that sense of being a village long ago. And I honestly wish it would go back to that because there would be certain situations that could probably be avoided, even when it comes down to the children. You know. Hey, Scorpio Lady Blessings. Glad you could tune in too. Oh yeah, I see you know what to do. You came in late to church. Play that damn organ. But we got to get back to how it was as a village. Honestly, this new way and this new era of raising kids and it shit ain't right and it ain't working. You got some of the youngins right now that either got mother, father, or got both, but they would allow the streets and everything else to influence them that it's cool to be out here losing their lives early or losing their freedom early. That shit ain't right. It seems like the most you can do sometimes as parents, even if you instill everything in your kids, you just gotta pray to the Most High and hope that they just follow everything that they need to follow. Nah, you good, sis. You know I'm fucking with you. You good. I know some of y'all been running around the YouTube streets all day, so and I ain't know how long I was going to be up here anyway. Just want to just get some general messages out today. But all in all, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Chris, salute, bro. You know, it, at some point, certain things are gonna have to change. Like I said, and even if it's still gonna continue with the path of how y'all doing shit, you fellas are gonna have to really start being fellas and start being in kids' lives, and vice versa. You women are gonna have to let these men be in these kids' lives, especially the ones who really want to be there and try to teach and try to be there as far as I want to watch my kid grow. They're gonna have to come to some sort of understanding that at the end of the day, it's not about y'all, it's about this kid. It's just that simple. Toss all the petty differences aside, and that's it. But this should just be an overall lesson for those out there who not in that situation yet. Don't put yourself in a situation that you know is going to be hard to get out of. And if you know for a fact the person that you laying up with ain't a reputable person or somebody that you would really take home to your family, don't put yourself in a position where you got to hear 9 months later. Hey, Ruthie, blessings. Glad you tuned in for the little bit that you did. Like I said, I don't. think I'm gonna be up here all night like that anyway. I feel like certain things definitely have to change, y'all. This shit is crazy. So it's like when the fathers are not in the household or around the kids, it's basically like the kids gotta be the men of the household. If you got a single mother raising kids, it seems like at some point one of the sons might have to be the father, not the father, but the man of the household. And I always felt kids should be kids and just enjoy their life. They shouldn't be pushed into adulthood way before time. That's why I said it gotta be a collective. It gotta be a strong collective when it comes to that. If anybody do want to hit the link, it's still in the chat. I'm really mind boggled though, and I see why it's certain situations where the men are having problems trying to be in their kids' life. Because it's like I said, you have certain people who are listening to that feminist mumbo jumbo, and I'm sorry, I never believed in it because I felt that was a way to reverse the roles, as you say now. Get rid of the fathers, have the women be the strong, stern figures of the household, and that's it. Wasn't intended to be that way. Whether you religious or not, I just always felt that wasn't the way it was supposed to be. You know, the father is not just the the change purse, if you want to say. It's not just the money aspect. The father is the teacher. The father is the stern disciplinary. The father is going to make sure that there's order. That's why some of you mothers now have the problems with your kids talking back to you and all of that. Because if the father was in the house, 9 out of 10, the father would have been making sure that kid picked up his teeth. Don't disrespect the person that gave you birth. Don't disrespect my queen. Period. Fatty at salute, bro. Glad you could tune in. You know, it got to definitely get back to that. It got to get back to the strong village that we was at. You know, because even when there was single parents to a degree, you always had a male figure somewhere around that was always going to make sure your son or your sons was in check. You know, it has to be that way though. Some of you fellas got to stop putting yourself into positions where you taking penitentiary chances. And some of you women are gonna have to just let these men be men. And if you know these men are good men and you know they possibly stand on everything that they stand on, then there should be no reason why you giving them hell being around their children. It's just something to think about though. And I think the fear of everything is that once the family dynamic becomes strong again and once it gets back to that form it once was, that's when the revolution will really start. And they fear that because if everybody's on the same page and on the same level, there's no stopping progress, change, or nothing from happening. You know, I just, I kind of wish some of these establishments never got put into place in the first place because that would definitely I think that would have spearheaded a lot, you know. That would have been the spearhead. You couldn't break up the household dynamic, you know. Now, if it was just one way you was trying, then you would have failed. But you came with a multitude of things. And that feminist movement kind of made it seem like you didn't need men at all, but in all actuality, we need each other. We are not asexual humans or none of that shit. And if it would have been so, God would have made it so. We both need each other at the end of the day. All of that, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. You do need a man at the end of the day. Stop with that. Oh, you just a sperm donor shit. Because if that person is more than a sperm donor, guess what? It is what it is. Like I said, the that feminist movement kind of had a play in it because some of y'all women now still running around. There's nothing wrong about being independent if you feel that's the thing to do. But don't get it twisted neither. You still need a person at the end of the day. We need each other. That's just the facts right there. 'Cause I'm quite sure if we really didn't, I'm quite sure y'all would be getting pregnant on your own and we wouldn't have to do much of nothing. You know? Yeah, look, we both need each other, period. That's where these people get it fucked up. Oh, I don't need no man to do this, is that, and third. I don't need no man. Yes, you do. How you gonna get pregnant? You're gonna need a man because even after you do get pregnant, you're not gonna raise that kid by yourself, not with your standings or not with the way you're thinking, and it won't work. And if anything, you're gonna poison the kid. Whether it's a boy or a girl, you're gonna end up poisoning that kid because your ideologies might not fucking fit with their ideologies, especially if they ain't up on shit yet. You know? Nah, it's the truth, son. It's the truth. Yo, bro, like, I don't know where some of these women get that standing that you don't need a man for anything. You're gonna need a man not just to love you and care for you, but you're gonna need a man and want a man to be there for you. Because I'm quite sure you ain't trying to die by yourself neither. I said, y'all been poisoned to think that we only value you for just sex and that's it, or we only value you for what you can do for us. It's not the fucking case. At least not for the good genuine men out there. I can't speak for everybody, you know. But at the end of the day, you can't sit here and just say that everybody's in the same fucking category because we all not. Some of us ain't just thinking with a lust factor. We thinking about what can you provide for me for the future? What are you gonna offer me besides just the physical? What are you offering me? What do you have to bring to the table? Hey man, be blessings. You know, it's the truth. You know, it's more than just lust. It's supposed to be love, compassion, strength, and unity, period. Because without those key ingredients, you can't have the strong dynamic in the family that you once had before. Shit. Shit crazy. Yeah, I'm just reading something. My bad. Y'all going crazy in the chat now. I see y'all in here going crazy. Yeah, nah, but like I said, you know, for the good men out there, stand on your fucking 10 toes and don't never give up. Don't matter what it is. Even if you are in a situation of this caliber. Damn, I got a fucked up baby moms. Oh well. Still make sure you doing what you gotta do and make sure you don't stop fighting and being in your kid's life. At the end of the day, it's not about her and it ain't about you. It's about your kids. Period. Don't let that shit go over your head. Hmm. So I said it's too many dynamics to look at. Like I said, that feminist movement kind of played part of it because run the men out the household or run the men away from you because, oh, we don't need you. Fool, you need us like we need you. I be wanting to say that sometimes without being disrespectful, but sometimes it just happens. Like, you fucking fool. You need us like we need you. So stop the bullshit. And that's another thing too. Sometimes y'all gotta stop letting past shit fuck up your present and fuck up your future. I said that before and I'm gonna say it again. Hey Lola, blessings, sis. Glad you can tune in too. You know, this general conversation, like I said, I just feel like it's certain dynamics that just fuck up a good household or just fuck up something that could be a strong household. It's not right. It's not right at all. Like I said, and I also feel like if it wasn't for these other establishments in play, like I said, public assistance, food stamps, social security, a lot of y'all would have to get up, like how the men would have to get up and get on that board, get to work. Can't be a double standard with that. Y'all had to get up and face the day ins and day outs like we do. And it's not saying that some of y'all women don't get out there and grind. I respect all the women who are getting out there grinding and doing what they do. That shit is a real turn on for me. Like, oh, she doing her thing. This is what I'm talking about. Love that shit. Nothing better than that. But if you ain't doing the right things and you ain't really standing on your grounds, then I can't respect it. Yeah, nah, and it's the truth because that's just how I am. I don't have no filter, but it's just sometimes I'm a hold back on certain shit, you know. But like I said, anytime I hear something ignorant like that, it's just natural. It comes out. Like, and I heard that woman say that shit one day. I just laughed at her and said, "You must smoke dust if you really thought that fucking ideology that you going with, somebody really gonna run with it. If that's the case, you never gonna be in no relationship. You might as well just be a lesbian." Told her straight up like that. You might as well just be a lesbian then. Because the way you talking, ain't no man, not even the best man, gonna want to be around you. Some of y'all gotta stop thinking certain logics or certain ideologies that you was fed is always gonna be that dynamic to fucking snatch something you want. No. It's called be yourself and be genuine. That's it. Yeah, yo, Chris, you absolutely right on that. It's not too many of us that's gonna sit here and say, "Nah, I don't need you. I don't need you." You fucking bugging. We need each other at the end of the day. And I don't give a fuck what rock you crawl from under. We need each other. There's a reason why God put men and women here, nigga, so we can keep the life cycle going. Fuck you talking about? I don't need you. The fuck you do? She's like, I need you. The fuck you talking about? Like, come on, man. Yeah, you know, and then you got some of these kids now that even if you trying to get through to them, it's like that demon is just already talking to them. Like, hey, nigga, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't care what you talking about. And that's a scary fucking thing right there. But it ain't nothing scarier than the person that don't show any type of emotion. That's when you know you got demons at play. Like I said, these kids in this generation is way different from us. Me at 18, man, listen, I was doing more than just trying to be grown, but I was also being responsible. Wasn't putting myself in no shit I didn't need to put myself into, period. Wasn't out here shooting nobody, didn't have to shoot nobody. Oh, we can shoot these hands, but I ain't shooting you, nigga. I'd rather see you fucking the next day, and at least I know I did something on your ass than damn, I killed this nigga. And I gotta add that on my conscience. I'm good. You know, it's like part of this dynamic too of the reason why certain shit is happening is because, you know, the youngins are having youngins. And then the youngins are still kind of immature minded. So it doesn't really help, you know? Like I said, the kids are supposed to be the embodiment of you. So if they see you out here tweaking every day, what you think they gonna start doing? And if you're not correcting them on certain things, it's only gonna get worse before it gets better. You know, and that's the sad part. I just thought about that too. They always want you to tone your shit down when it comes to speaking truth and knowledge. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna tell you how the fuck I feel regardless. I don't give a fuck if you're a male or a female. Especially if you saying and doing some dumb shit that I know don't resonate in my brain. I'm just gonna let you have it. And I holds no punches. And you can't fucking argue with somebody that's giving you facts and not disputing you with fucking foolishness. Just not gonna happen. At least not with me. I told people sometimes I'm gonna be nice and calm and collected and say certain shit. And then there's other days, fuck out of here. I'm just gonna let you know how it is. I holds back nothing. Sometimes you're gonna have to hear that in tough love voice. Like fuck out of here. When it comes to us men, it seems like we always supposed to turn down who the fuck we truly are, and we always just supposed to be mindful to certain shit. No, if it's immorally wrong and we know it's immorally wrong, as men, we normally stand on that shit. It's not about being a narcissist, none of that shit. We just know it's not right. Period. And I see this nigga still out here tweaking on his corner. Either he a loopy person or them drugs must be good. Cause I still heard your ass out here this whole time. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'm thinking different. Or maybe I'm just somewhat hitting the nail. You know, it shouldn't be no double standards. Everything should be addressed accordingly. This nigga still on the corner tweaking. I'm surprised cops ain't run down his ass yet neither. It's like they want us to be quiet when we speaking on the right things. No, I'm one of them people. I never did that, and I'm not gonna do that. When I'm speaking on some shit I need to, and I'm not fucking sugarcoating nothing for nobody. You don't like what I said? Eat it up. While you at it, eat that truth up some more, because that's all you're gonna keep getting out this fucking breath. Oh, shit, crazy. But for the fellas that are in the households with these kids, make sure your kids is a prime example of you. You know, you got some fathers out here who think that just because, yeah, you raising your kids, you raising them right. But if they following everything that they seeing, you ain't really raising them right. You think that it's cool to be getting in all sorts of mayhem and mischief way before your time. That shit don't look good on your fucking arrest record and don't look good on your record period when you decide to do something in life. Fathers start being fathers. Mothers start being mothers. Come together and work together. It's the only possible way to get that fucking strong unity back. Once they start seeing the dynamics like, okay, these families are not fighting. Okay, these families are, yeah, they gonna be fucking scared of that. Trust me. Nothing worse than a fucking unity of people that's on go and ready to go. That's like I was telling somebody one day, you can't believe everything that you hear. Not it's like some of these people really believe everything on the news. Can't believe everything on the news. The funny thing about the news, in my opinion, is that they tell you the truth and the lie in the same fucking token. But you have to fucking have that third eye open to spot out what's truth and what's not. That's the only sad part about it. And some of y'all just fall for any and everything. If a story don't sound right from the first time around, 9 out of 10 ain't gonna sound right when they fucking do try to quote unquote tell you the truth. Like I said, I definitely start being aware of what's going on because they keep trying to pull fast ones on the people. Yeah, you know what it is? And I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of y'all people, let me see if I can say this the right way. It's like some of y'all people was just dropped off here and don't know what the fuck life really consists of, or what it really means to be blessed to be out here breathing, not laying in the ground, not being locked up in a cold ass cell, missing out on the world. Some of y'all just have this issue where you feel like you can't cope in the world. Guess what? Life is always going to be full of problems, full of obstacles. It's up to you to decide how long those problems plague you. You know, it's up to you to decide how you master things. You know, life is full of tests. And if you that weak minded, you gonna fail. And we know what happens with some weak minded people. They take the easy way out instead of just trying to figure out what is plaguing them and just conquer that shit. But I forgot, not everybody thinks logical, and not everybody is always thinking the same thing anyway. So we know some people are not mentally strong enough to see the signs anyway. I don't know. I always felt that life is more than just a game. It's more than just a gamble. Life is more precious than anything, especially in this time frame we in now. Like I said, we lost people along the way. We still losing people along the way, but we still have them watching us over. So we have to still hold it down for them and rep for them the best way we can. Because if they was here, they would want to see you winning and succeeding. You know, always got to remember that. No matter what life throws at you, you're strong enough to get through it. You're strong enough to survive and take whatever lessons you can take and turn it into something good. I turned a couple of deaths over the last couple of years into positive shit. And I didn't think I was going to do it the way I felt about these people passing, but I just did it. I ain't even have to think about it. I just did it. I could have quit, but I didn't quit because I knew the main people in particular would have definitely been arguing me left and right. And I could hear them in my head now, yapping in my ear when I was fucking up then. So I had to just fucking keep it real and just do me. That was it. Nicole, blessings. You already know. You know, it says fucking, yo, Chris, not to be funny, you just said the right, you kind of hit it on the nail. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know, like I was telling somebody too, you got people that are trying to be positive enrollments and embodiments for their kids, and you making it difficult. Some of y'all women got to fall back and let the men do what they do. Let them teach. Let them bond with their kids. Let them do the right things. I can see if the nigga was a piece of shit, then you got all rights to do what you do. But if the guy is really trying to do what he needs to do, regardless if y'all together or not, it don't hurt to let that man fucking be a father. And if y'all heard anything in the background, there's always the fucking wild ones that come out in the nighttime, even on a quiet night like this. So it is what it is. I'm not getting involved in that. Because 9 out of 10, see, that's a situation that even though you want to get involved in, 9 out of 10 ain't gonna end up being back together by tomorrow. So I just can't only keep walking. Man, I looked at it too, man. Life is always gonna throw some sort of curveball your way. And you got two options. You either gonna swing still at that curveball and shoot for that home run, or let that curveball hit you and you stay the fuck down. You know, while you here, you're supposed to do the most you can, you know, because you don't know when it could be your turn. So you definitely supposed to just embody everything as far as living to your full potential, doing what's right, living accordingly, prosperity moves, get your kids right, get your kingdom right, get everything right, man. It's like almost every other day is the same shit, you know. I, I don't know. I feel like I'm somewhat living in a fantasy world because the things that I speak about that I know could be possibilities, I know they're not going to be possible as of yet. So maybe I'm shooting for the stars too early. But I think if we got back to that way of how we once was and being a strong community, I think some of the world's problems would be at least a little bit better. Some of the world's problems would probably cease to exist. But that's just me thinking in a fucking fantasy world. Yeah, yeah, I'm starting to believe this nigga not even loopy. I'm starting to believe he got some good dope. These niggas be out here tweaking, y'all. These niggas definitely be out here tweaking. Uh, Eventually, I knew that was gonna happen. I should be nosy, but I ain't gonna be nosy. It was only a matter of time for this fool ass nigga get what he was getting. But hopefully you get yourself a decent bed. I feel like this, regardless to what, these people need to be off the streets, period. I didn't mean to laugh, but it was just the funniness because I just heard him wilding out, and then no sooner than I look up again, the cops is already over there. So you know he about to go get taken down for the night. I'm just laughing because how you out here. I don't even think he got mental issues. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not the way he dressed anyway. That nigga probably on a good high or a bad high, how they say it. He on a bad high. Fucking crazy. That's another thing. Drugs fuck up people's minds, and once you start abusing certain drugs, it's like that's it. Unless you strong enough to fucking really wean away for it. When you get on certain drugs and you start getting hooked on them, there is no normally going back to just detoxing. I think this man's having a bad trip. Cause see, I would have assumed because some people that you see out here, you know, it's not just that they homeless and mental, but this dude don't even look homeless. Dude look like he shit. Man, his sneakers look better than mine's right now. Yeah, I'm being a little bit nosy, not too much. Yeah, he probably having a bad trip. I don't know what y'all niggas be taking sometimes, but I don't want it. If that's gonna have me on the fucking corner wilding out, screaming for God and punching windows and shit, I don't want it. I'm good. I'll stick with my weed and my yak. That's about it. It's a scary world when you got people abusing pills, abusing all sorts of other drugs, and they out here just rampant like that. Ah man, telling you the way the world just fell and bumped its head. If we ain't in the last days now, we about to start getting it. That's why I've been stressing certain messages the way I've been stressing it. It's like I said, I live in real time. I ain't worried about who real blood or who real crip. Not worried about who fucking and sucking, who's snitching and who doing. I don't care about none of that. That's not important when we got other things that we need to be focused on and worried about. Like with this situation, I don't know what's going on overseas, but it looked like it might be getting spooky on our end. That's why I said it's like y'all trying to put a million distractions to cover up what's really going on right now. It's not going to work for certain people, you know. And Royal, you just hit that shit right on the nail, right on the fucking nail. Yo, this dating scene is crazy too. It's fucking crazy. The dating scene is not what it used to be. And that's because part of it now is social media. I could be anybody on social media, catfish somebody, and that's all good. Nah, it's not all good. There's certain dynamics that need to go back to normal. But I know it's not going to go back to normal because as long as social media is around, it's just going to get worse and worse. You know, I don't know, just shit weird, man. And for y'all fellas that you out here doing the right things, continue to do the right things. You know, never let nobody steer you from doing what you know is right. And for you women out here, it's the same thing. You know you doing the right things, continue to do the right things. For the ones that's not doing what they supposed to be doing, I'm gonna tell y'all this: you don't get on the ball now, it's gonna be lights out for a lot of different things, a lot of different aspects, especially when it comes to your family. And you're gonna be the one left holding the ball because you should have been doing what you were supposed to be doing from Jump Street. It's just that simple. Oh shit, niggas is actually fighting with him. Yo, my bad, y'all. They about to change that nigga soon. It's over. He really resisted arrest. I think that nigga is really on one. And I seen some people when they get on whatever it is they on, it's like they get that superhuman strength. He gonna end up getting tased though if he don't calm the fuck down. That's what's gonna happen. And I'm trying not to laugh, but this shit is just too funny. Just definitely get it together, y'all. Try to worry about yourself, yes, but you also try to worry about those that you know for a fact could be taking that wrong turn. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just give your friendly advice and keep it pushing. But if you really love and care about the people that you know, care and love for, they shouldn't be mad when you telling them certain things, especially if they moving the wrong way. I would rather you move in success than you move in failure. We know how some people are. Some people are stubborn. They're gonna want to learn the hard way, but shouldn't have to always learn the hard way. You know, you know. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna say this as good as I could possibly say it. when you are about to marry somebody and you're about to make that holy jump into that holy union, almost everything that you thought about, almost everything that you should have basically got all your fucking oats and everything out the way. Get out all your evils. Make sure that you're really ready to make that commitment. Because once you make that commitment under the eyes of God, that's it. There's no turning back from that. Get everything out the way that you think you can get out the way. And if you know you fully ain't ready to make them commitments, then don't be with nobody. I want to make this public service announcement to those who do take marriage seriously. If you know for a fact in your gut it ain't telling you it's right, don't do it. Don't get married for the wrong reasons. If anything, you're supposed to be married for the right reasons. And the only right reason that I feel should be in that book is that I found my perfect other half. I don't have to worry about nothing. I don't have to worry about her being, I don't have to worry about her doing her or cheating on me. And she don't got to worry about me cheating on her. It's just the simple dynamics. That's it. The simple dynamics is what's missing. Yeah, all right. You was late to church, young lady. I think you should be playing the organ. So I don't think you should be talking, Miss Lady. We already had one person playing the organ. Do we need you to? Who else want to play? Nah, I'm not being nosy. I just want to make sure because, like I said, there's nothing worse than somebody that's probably just tweaking out and could possibly avoid going to jail or having to sober up in the jail, but he don't need to be out here in the streets neither, wilding out neither. You punching establishment windows and shit. Yeah, you gotta go sit your ass down somewhere, or go somewhere and get sober. You know what it is too? It is. The internet kind of helped ruin dating. You know why? Because there was a lot of people who was really in tune thinking they was gonna find something and they got catfished. You know, just like I said, nothing worse than you thinking you meeting somebody that you see on a profile pic and you come to find out it's not them. That's like the utmost kick in the face ever. Or you just got social media that plays a part in it because of certain aspects. You know, like for some women, it's hard to date, and the only reason why it's hard for him to date to a degree is because some of them have already presented themselves out here like just a piece of meat. So know how many times I done heard that. Oh, I'm not like that, and I don't know why they thought I was like that. You just present yourself out here looking like a fucking full course meal. You got everybody drooling, and you wondering why nobody's trying to take certain things serious, or why they just trying to go straight to the get down. If you present yourself with something more than what you present yourself with, you wouldn't have this issue. It's the fucking truth. Like, you're not gonna sit here and tell me that it's hard to fucking find somebody. I done seen some people actually do that shit too. I got on this social media app shits and I actually found a fucking person that they still with to this day. And social media could affect your shit in a good way or a bad way. It all depends on how the hell you use it. Like I said, the internet is not just fucking evil, but it's how you use it. Nothing in life is evil until you make it evil. That's just like if somebody just called. That's just like if somebody called me the N word. Am I supposed to really let that validate my issues, my anger? Is that supposed to get me to snap and get a reaction? No. I'm not going to get a reaction because I know the fucking definition of that word. And 9 out of 10, you don't know the definition of that word. So if anything, I'm gonna laugh at you and keep it pushing. I don't give validation to certain shit that I don't need to give validation to. Period. And it's like the way the internet is fucking things up is like it's fucking it up only because you got the wrong people just out here doing the most foulest shit. Period. You know, internet done ruin relationships because if you and your significant other was doing something, and this is why I was saying a public service announcement. You want to be kinky and do all this extra shit, making videos. That's on you, but don't let that shit get into the wrong hands, and then now it's everywhere. You know, like I said, the internet is a good tool for information and everything, but it's also a breeding ground for pedos and who knows. You know, like I said, because anybody could be anybody on here. But I just think overall, good, genuine people usually find out who's who. So, like I said, it could be a good tool for relationships, but it could also be a bad tool for relationships, depending on how you use the internet. Like I was telling somebody, and I believe this too. The new norm for dating now is Netflix and chill. There's no we going out to the movies, we going out to dinner, we going to do this. The normal date now for people is Netflix and chill. My fault. Let me say it right. Netflix and fuck. So a lot of dynamics that changed when it came to this dating. Internet got something to do with it, but then other shit is just the way everybody is thinking that. You know, oh, you gotta take me to the most fanciest. I don't got. I could take you where I want to take you if I'm the one that's offering you out. Some of y'all just be making dictations, and you can't do that. I've always felt like this. Yeah, if you inviting somebody out, like if I'm dating you, I'm taking you out on a date, I'm gonna fucking pay the bill depending on where we going. But don't get that shit twisted neither. Like I'm gonna fucking have you ordering the most expensive shit neither. It's not about being cheap or none of that. It's just no. you know, the thing is, as long as I'm doing it from the kindness of my heart, and as long as I know for a fact I'm trying to just keep you interested at all costs. It shouldn't mean I always gotta fucking get crazy with it neither. You know, you got people right now that their relationships is good because they do simple shit. You don't gotta always keep up with the Joneses. Oh, we gotta go here, we gotta do this. No. Don't get me wrong, it's good to do things with your significant other. But then there's times when you know for a fact you don't necessarily have to jump way out the window. It's supposed to be coming from the kindness and just from the purest part of your heart, period. Nah, see, look, you said something directly that's right there. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, because on the internet streets, you can't fucking see the person. So there's no saying, oh, I killed this nigga, I bodied this nigga, I did this, I did that. No, it's just a bunch of back and forth rhetoric and talk. Now in the real streets, shit could happen. The problem is some of y'all in YouTube land think that typing behind a keyboard or a fucking phone all day, you safe. But when the world really comes down on your neck to a point where you really gotta be looking over your shoulders every 2 seconds, that's when it becomes reality. You fucked up. You rubbed certain people the wrong way, and you gotta hope that either they don't see you or they peoples don't see you. Period. Just find that shit funny, y'all. There's too many lines being tread. There's too many boundaries being crossed. And at the end of the day, you can't cross certain realities because it does come back to bite you in the ass. So if you up here wilding out, talking all this extra shit to people, what you gonna do to them, and telling them suck my dicks and doing all this other fuck shit, just best believe that karma is gonna be sweet and that karma will come back on you. You think you protected, but you really not protected. You know, just at some point, y'all gotta stop letting this shit be everything. And some of y'all really let this shit be everything. And I'm really starting to believe the hype that some of y'all done probably sold your mamas out just to fucking get a little fucking 15 minutes of fame. Some of y'all worried about the fame aspect. And some of y'all got powerful platforms with people that are following you. And they following you for what? Some of y'all don't even have no substance, no continuity, no nothing when it comes to speaking to the people. It's like y'all lack, it's like y'all just lack self-control when it comes to certain shit. Instead of you saying, you know what, I'm gonna try to do this and see if the people rock with this. Or let me try to do this and see how the people react to it. And sometimes if you feel you don't know what your niche is on here, nigga, why don't you just ask the people what the fuck you think they should do? They might fucking tell you something that you didn't fucking think of, and that might be the fucking niche you need. See, me, I didn't have to fucking worry about what I was going to talk about. I didn't have to worry about none of that shit. I didn't have to worry about anything because I'm a people person, regardless to my fucking temperament. Sometimes I'm a people person, and it served me well. Militant, strong, not for the fuck shit, but yet it's still in tune with the people. I know how to laugh, joke, and fucking enjoy life. The problem with some of y'all, your real life suck. You don't know how to enjoy your real life, so you think enjoying life means coming on here and causing a bunch of fuck shit. That's why I said this internet is not always evil. It's just the people that decide to get on the internet. You know, that's the only evils. It depends on who the fuck is using these fucking social media services, and that's it. Because not everybody that come on here is automatically for the fuck shit. That wasn't my intentions when I came on here, and I still remain that. That's not my intentions. I'm gonna speak to my people, and I'm gonna fucking bring genuine topics. I don't care who discussed them. I don't care if next. Look, we all gonna have to have these discussions. Period. Certain discussions you can't run around anyway, so you're gonna have to meet them shits face on. Period. But this was a good fucking. This is a good talk tonight. I feel this is a good talk, informative. You know, I was kind of lost in the sauce in the beginning because it's just I still had a couple things on my mind, but all in all, it never it never deterred from the main message when I said it earlier. You women are gonna have to let these men be men, and you have to stop poisoning these kids' minds, saying that these fathers don't want to be involved when you know you got fathers that do want to be involved and that they are doing the right things. You know, nah. And see, this the thing right here, and I could pin that up because this is the most thing. Jokes is jokes. You know, we do that day in and day out. Jokes is jokes. I don't take nothing personal, and I don't have to take nothing personal, especially for people that I don't know personally. Some of y'all just really go over the deep, man. Like you know these people personally, and that you could just pull up on them at any time, and you know that's not the fucking case. So just stop woofing and stop doing fuck shit. And again, women, let these men be men. If they actually genuine and they care enough for their kids, let them be by their kids' side. Let them bond with their kids. Stop using them as fucking pawns. Some people have to learn to let go when it comes to certain situations. If things didn't work out, it just didn't work out. But that don't mean y'all gotta hate each other neither. See, the one thing I'm always gonna remain truthful to is that when I talk to the people, I'm just gonna talk. And I don't care about what some people might you just talking just to hear yourself talk. No. I'm talking because I want my people to hear what the fuck it is. I'm talking because I live in real time and real time shit needs to be discussed on here. I don't give a fuck about the juiciest celebrity gossip and none of that shit because I don't care. I care about the things that's going on now, and I care about trying to see that the people that I really care for and love for just get together and actually make shit work and start fighting against these systems that are fucking destroying us as it is. Like I said, as long as I can remain genuine and still remain humble like I've always been, should be no reason why I can't come up here and bring no type of content. Let this be a lesson to some of y'all out there. Please start using your full potential. And if you really hate the fact that a person is growing left and right, then you might as well just continue hating because the tree is going to grow regardless. There's nothing that can chop that tree down because this tree has a strong, sturdy foundation from the roots to the very top of the tree. Like I said, growth is definitely going to be the thing I work on because we always growing and we always going to have growth regardless. I don't care how old we get. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Chris. You hit it right on the nail. I'm gonna be that 15% as far as I'm observing everything. I don't follow every trend. I don't follow all that shit like some people do. I ain't got time for it. Like some people follow the latest fads. Oh, I gotta have these sneakers. Oh, I gotta have this. Oh, yo, that car look lit. I gotta definitely be the one on the block driving it. What does that shit do for you in the long run? Absolutely nothing. Like I said, you'll sit here and do all this extra shit for what? For somebody to fucking notice you, for somebody to like you, or for what? Some of the shit some of y'all niggas is doing is shit we was doing as kids. Oh, I gotta get fly. You know, I gotta get dressed up for the ladies tonight. For what? If you ain't going nowhere and you ain't doing nothing really, what the fuck are you getting dressed up for? Just to sit on your block or just to sit in your hood and just stunt? Come on, man. Think outside that box for once in your life. The world is more than just hummer stunt. Self glorification. Come on now. That's becoming way too much to fucking bear with now as it is. I gotta be that nigga. I wouldn't care if y'all consider me that nigga or just a regular average Joe. What I consider myself is a humble individual that's just moving through life like I'm supposed to be moving. Not saying I don't have a care in the world, but I just don't care for certain shit. It's just that simple. I don't care for certain shit. And if it ain't worth it, it ain't worth it. Not gonna go out my way to. I don't care if I was the world's richest person. I'm gonna be catching me going off the fucking wall, spending money wild crazy, and for what reason? If I'm gonna be spending money, I'm gonna be spending money on things that are gonna help benefit us. That's gonna fucking get us to where we ain't gotta be robbing each other, killing each other, doing none of that shit just to survive. That's where the fuck I'm at with it. Now, I don't know about some of y'all, but I've been on that fucking wave for the longest. Just thinking of things and ways that when I know I'm ready for this investments and all these other shits, I'm gonna fucking really take heed into these things. Give back opportunity one way or another. You ain't never too old to give opportunity to. Always remember that. I done seen some old people with connections that help these young kids get up and do something for themselves. So don't ever block a blessing. I don't give a fuck how old you get. Don't block your blessing. You know, you know. Like I said, I know the main people that rock with me and the main people that believe in me. And this is part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Like I said, my people's on the outside, they talk with me. And I've been having that in my ear. Just do this. Just do this and see where it goes from there. And I kind of feel like I did the right thing to a degree because, like I said, I'm growing day by day. But I feel like I'm growing with the family. I'm growing with people that I know for a fact are on the same page. They want to see love and unity and peace and prosperity. Don't always want to see the dumb shit that these motherfuckers promote up here. You know, and for that, I'm thankful for the family that always show love and pop out. Even the replay game, you know, shoot. But all in all, know, it's just time for certain things to change. And some of you ladies are gonna have to change your ways of thinking. And some of you fellas too are gonna have to change your ways of thinking. In order to get back that strong sense of community and love and trust and all that good shit, it starts from the fucking households and it starts from the men and women who are bringing the kids in the world. You know, hey, blessings, sis. You know, just if we change the aspects and we change the mindset of how we thinking, and if we just think on the further aspect of love and prosperity, then a lot of this shit would be gone right now. But I ain't gonna take up some of y'all times. I know some of y'all tired, some of y'all got work in the morning, some of y'all got other things to take care of. Just wanted to come up here and talk with my people for the night. Um, I might do another live later. So I'm off for the next 3 days. So I think I might do another live tonight. I'm gonna touch on something different. And I'm just the outsider looking in, but I feel I need to chime in on that for a little bit. So that I'm definitely gonna do tonight. You know. Like I said, I'm always gonna bring something. And even when I don't bring nothing, I can fucking talk with my people, man. Like I know how to talk with my people and chill. And I do appreciate all y'all that do be tuned in. And I even appreciate the trolls and the fucking other outsiders that's in the bushes always watching because I know y'all learning something at some point. Until the playing field gets balanced, it's always going to be the same things we face day in and day out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start making a stand and start getting together. Start coming together as a whole. Shouldn't be no more division. We got too much of it as it is. It's time to put all of the petty shit to the side and start coming together for the better purposes. That's it. If you don't know that by now, you're going to fucking find out the hard way. It's not going to be a pretty thing. So I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout outs to the replay game. You know, every other day is going to be something different, but just know it's coming from the soul and it's coming from the heart. And even when I'm at my angriest, just passionate about certain shit. So definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope everybody has a blessed evening and an eventful Monday. You know, keep that third eye open and just make sure you shaking away these demons and devils because they're gonna try you at every aspect. You know. Yeah, sis, you're gonna see a lot of it. I mean, if you ain't sub by now, well, I think you are. So you already know. This is all I do is content, real shit, not that fucking made up baloney shit that these people are making up. All my shits is either facts, opinions, or is just straight from the soul. So that's all you're gonna get. You know. Definitely, y'all enjoy yourselves. Get yourselves some good rest. Have a blessed and eventful Monday. For those that was new, y'all already know, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And for the family that tuned in, y'all know I love y'all. And this is for y'all. I'm always going to do this for y'all. Ain't got no choice right now. You know, I can't come up here and be something that I don't know how to be. So just know you always going to get the best out of me, period. Even on my worst days, you're going to get the best out of me. So definitely enjoy y'all evening. Be safe and blessed. And until the next episode, y'all already know we up out of here. Shout outs to the replay gang again. And y'all already know. Y'all want to see the channel grow? Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Nate the Great, and I'm out.